Hi! In this video, we'll be talking about HTML colors. So to recap, we can set the color of our HTML elements using the style attribute. If we set the style to have a color of blue, we'll end up with blue text. If we set the style to have a color of red, we'll end up with red text. To review, there are 140 colors that have names in HTML. These names are things like red, green, cyan, even something like blanched almond. And to see the full list of all 140 names, we can go to this link and see the full list. But this brings up the question of, aren't there way more than 140 colors? What about all the colors in between? How can we make any arbitrary color in HTML? Well, the way we do that is with HTML color codes. So colors in HTML can either be specified by a valid color name, something like red, green, or cyan, an RGB value, such as RGB 0 to 550, or a hexadecimal, also known as hex, color code, such as hashtag FF00FF. Now, RGB and hexadecimal are some weird new things. So what is going on here? What would these colors even look like? What does that mean? Well, introducing the RGB color encoding. So the RGB color encoding system allows us to create any color we want by specifying the amount of red, green, and blue in the color. So the key thing here is that any color can be created by combining red, green, and blue light at varying intensities. So if we have all three lights put together, all red, green, and blue put together, we get white. We get white light. If we have red and blue mixed, we get magenta. If we have green and blue mixed, we have cyan. And if we have green and red mixed, we have yellow. If we have none of the lights, we have black. Now that's still not every color, we're still missing a lot of colors, but if we switch this to a gradient and choose to mix these lights at varying intensities, we actually do get every possible color. What's crazy is if you look really close at a screen, either a TV screen or a computer screen, every single pixel in the screen has this trio of red, green, blue light. So that's how every color is made on the screen, is by just shining these lights at varying intensities, and when you zoom out, you see a full colorful picture. So this is how we'll be building colors in HTML, is with the RGB system. Any color has three values, the amount of red in the color, green, and blue in the color. So if we have all three values set to 0, we get black. If we have a mixture, something like 156 for red, 54 for green, and 255 for blue, well, that results in purple. If we have them all turned all the way up, all the way to 255, that's when we get white. So each color channel, red, green, and blue, gets a value in the range 0 to 255. That's the minimum and maximum for each channel. That means that each channel can take on one of 256 different values, 0, 1, 2, all the way up to 255, which means that we have 256 to the third, or over 16 million possible colors. So let's see an example of this. If we were to specify a color by typing out RGB 000, that's giving 0 light in each of the channels, meaning we get black. What if we have 0, 255, Well, that's 0 in the red, 255, so all the way up in the green, and 0 in the blue. So this will result in green. That's pure green. What if we have 0, 128, 128? So we have no red, and green and blue are both halfway up. Well, then we get the nice mixture of green and blue, which will result in this kind of dark teal. What if we have every channel all the way up? 255, 255, 255. Well, with all the lights at maximum intensity, that's where we get white. So that is how we can build colors using the RGB system. What about hexadecimal color codes? Well, these are the same colors expressed in hexadecimal, but what is going on? How did we come up with these? Well, to understand the hexadecimal color codes, we first need to understand the hexadecimal numbering system. So we are used to the decimal numbering system. The decimal numbering system has 10 digits to use, 0 through 9. And so this is what we're used to. We have 10 fingers, 10 toes. This is generally how we represent numbers, is with these 10 digits. So if we were to count up, we would start with 0, base 10, then 1, base 10, then 2, base 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we're at the maximum. We've run out of symbols. How are we going to represent 10? Well, to get to 10, we're going to bump up, go from a 0 to a 1 in the tens place, and then drop back down to 0 in the ones place. Then we go 11, 12, so on, until we have a 9 in the tens place and a 7 in the ones place. Now we have 97, 98, 99. And so those are all the 2-digit numbers we can create in the decimal numbering system. Now the hexadecimal numbering system actually has 16 digits. We're going to represent the exact same numbers, but we're going to do it with 16 digits instead of 10. So to count in the hexadecimal numbering system, we would have 0, base 16, 1, base 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 10 is actually written as an A. That is a single digit in the hexadecimal numbering system. We still have more digits to work through. So then we have B, C, D, E, F. Now F base 16 is the same thing as 15 in base 10. But now we're at F. We have no more symbols to work with. How are we going to keep going? Well, same deal. We're going to bump from a 0 to a 1 in the 16's place and then drop the 1's place back down to 0. So now we have 1, 0, base 16, 1, 1, 1, 2, so on, all the way up to F0, F1, F2, so on, all the way up to FD, FE, and FF. So those are all the 2-digit numbers we can make in the hexadecimal numbering system, 00 to FF. Now it's not so important to memorize how to go from hexadecimal to decimal and what each of these numbers means, but this is, in general, when you see these numbers and letters, you're representing an actual number. So we can specify the same RGB colors using hexadecimal digits instead. So 00 would be 0, and FF is 255. So let's see an example of this. If we had the hexadecimal color code, hashtag FF0000, the first 2 hexadecimal digits are specifying the amount of red in the color, the next 2 specify the amount of green, and the last 2 specify the amount of blue. So here we have the red channel turned all the way up to FF, that's the maximum, and green and blue are all the way down at 00, which is the minimum. So this would simply be red. Now what if we had FF? Now every single color channel, red, green, and blue, is turned all the way up, so this would be white. Now again, it's not so important to memorize how to build colors using hexadecimal digits, but this is what these hexadecimal digits mean when you see them. Let's see one more example. So here we have a color, and this one actually does have a name. It's dark blue. So we can either specify this color by name, typing out dark blue, or we could type out RGB 00139, so it has no red, no green, and blue is a little over halfway turned on. Or we could specify this in hexadecimal. So this would be hashtag 0000, and 8B is equal to 139. So these are the 3 ways we could represent this specific color. And that's how we can build any color we want in HTML. Let's actually dive in and see some examples in the editor. All right, so here we are in the editor. And currently our page has several header tags on it, but they're all black. There's no colors yet. So what we're going to do is build our very own HTML colors to make this page colorful. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to code view. And inside each one of these, I'm going to add a style tag. First one, let's just do a normal color name. So we'll do dark blue here. Semicolon. Awesome, so we changed the first one. Notice that this is case insensitive, so capital dark blue. It doesn't matter what letter case I use, it's all going to be the same. So in general, we should camel case it so we can read it. Capital D, capital B. Now on these, instead of using color names, let's actually try building our own. So here, let's give this one an RGB value. Well, color will be the RGB value of, let's give it no red. Let's give it a lot of green, 200, and just a little bit of blue, 80. So there we go. We get mostly green, and there's a little bit of blue in there. How about this one? RGB of, let's give it fully red, halfway green, and no blue. Awesome, so we get kind of this orange. It's all the way red and a little bit of green. Now, say you have a specific color in mind, but you don't know the exact color code for it. What we can do is go over to the Docs tab, and there's a lot of resources here to help you make your own colors. So if we go down to the color picker, this is going to be your most valuable tool. So this might look different from browser to browser, but in Chrome, this is what it looks like. If I click on this, I can actually have a lot of ways of building colors. So I can use the sliders to specify the amount of red, green, and blue in the color. So I can make colors this way. I can go to a gradient picker and choose this, slide this to change the darkness. And every time I update the color, I'm automatically getting the hex code for that color. I can go over here and choose specific pre-made names. I can go over here and slide around the spectrum or choose an image and actually pick the color off of that image. Or I can go over here and choose these colored pencils. Either way, any color you create over here will show up as the hexadecimal code right here. So once you're set, let's say that's the color I want to use, I'm going to copy that hex code and use it in my code. So now this should change to a nice teal. Awesome. So that is how we can make our very own colors in HTML. Now it's your turn to dive in and give it a try.